pizzeria run by nuns as a job training program needs help to open a new store.
The Dominican Sisters of Hope were evicted after refusing to fork over more dough. Their landlord raised the rent at the Venice Pizza in University Heights. Recently, donors covered the additional rent, allowing the sisters to stay through the end of the year. Now the nuns are building a new place at 13th and Vine in Over-The-Rhine to be closer to those who need help. Local 12 reporter Frank Graff found people are giving lots of time, but the nuns need cash.
Restoring an old theater built just after the Civil War is a dusty, frustrating learning process.
We're just trying to give them the best thing we can, make this a flexible space.
It's a working classroom for these Miami University architecture students. They're donating time to design a restaurant in this long vacant space.
Create some more notches in there for the wires.
Now, after consulting their clients, they're building it.
To actually act on those lines, what do those lines actually mean on paper? What material are those lines representing? How do those materials meet? What are the details? What's the joinery? All of that takes them into a whole other dimension.
But this is much more than a story about architecture students building a pizza parlor. The shop is owned by nuns who use it for job training. They've been doing it for 14 years. They're getting evicted from their McMicken Street location, and they don't have enough money to build a new store.
Most of the people that we employ in our program are people that have had rough times.
Cheryl Kennedy started work with Frisch's last fall, just after finishing the job program.
They helped me get a job when nobody else wanted to hire me, and helped me build my self-confidence, helped me build my self-esteem up.
We figure that once people have a taste of succeeding, they'll move on. Once you've tasted what it is to succeed, you'll want it. So that's the power we try to give people.
The sisters hope to hire and train more people at the new store, but they need $400,000 to finish the project.
We're a good inch and a half away at the bottom.
The students' work served up an answered prayer.
Yeah.
More prayers must be answered before the pizza and the job training are ready. Frank Graff, Local 12.
The University of Cincinnati architecture students also helped design parts of the restaurant, and they start construction work in 2 weeks.